Hi Blair. This is my first video and I'm really nervous, so here we go. You've read Fahrenheit 451 in English class, I'm assuming. There was an adaptation recently on HBO starring Michael B. Jordan and Michael Shannon, and you know, when I first saw the trailer for this, I was really stoked for it. Because it's Michael B. Jordan. He's incredible. And him as Guy Montag, I could see it. I could see it as clear as sun. But I was disappointed. For a quick rundown for everybody who doesn't know what Fahrenheit 451 is about, it's a dystopian novel that takes place sometime after the 1990s. It was written in like the 1950s, and it's basically about a future where all books are burned. I mean, I just realized, please defend the books, please. But my point is that in this adaptation with Michael B. Jordan, we have a significant character cut out from the original book, and that is his wife, Mildred. The girl who actually made it into the movie was Clarice McClellan, who was another big part of the main character's transformation from a guy or a fireman who burns books to a person who realizes that society needs books desperately. Mildred, his wife, in the book, represented the emptiness of his life. She spent all her time watching TV, and she had to take sleeping pills to sleep. Whereas Clarice, who was a young girl, under 18, barely 17, was somebody who looked at the world with wonder. She enjoyed nature, she enjoyed stories, it's like her childlike wonder never left her. And it was her that helped to bring color back into Guy Montag's life. Both of these women represented different parts of his transformation, and there were a lot of things that they did wrong in this adaptation that totally took away from the amazing and intimate transformation that Guy Montag went through. And in the movie, they aged up Clarice, and her and Guy Montag got together, and that just... While there was always an implied connection between these two characters, that never happened, and I think they should have kept it that way. I realize in the world we live in that that's expected in the media, but they shouldn't have done that, because it was the intimacy of the emotional connection that helped to change Montag. And it's just cheap. Ugh. Mildred was put there to illustrate the emptiness of Guy Montag's life, and Clarice was put there to help ignite the metaphorical fire inside of Guy Montag's soul so he could realize what he was missing. And trigger warning for anyone who has a problem with mentions of suicide, but his wife is so empty on the inside that she tried to overdose. And this story doesn't get enough credit. The sheer emotional transformation is amazing, and it wasn't captured well in this movie. And it was a waste of Michael B. Jordan's talent, because I think he could have done an incredible job with this movie. And you can tell I'm very passionate about this. I'm very upset, because it could have been great. It could have been amazing, and it wasn't. There were multiple other things that drove Guy Montag to rebel against society, but the reason why this one in particular bothers me is because it's the part of the story that always impacted me the most. And the connection between them is kind of similar to Clara and the 12th Doctor. There's always an implied sort of intimacy, but they never cross that line. And I love stories like that, and it was taken away, and honestly, it would have been much better. The best way I can explain it is that the connection between him and Clarice humanized him. It wasn't overwhelmed by romantic undertones. It helped to change him on top of a bunch of other things as well. I've decided to reread the book. And it's just, you know, I'm getting more into literature I didn't appreciate in high school. It's just, I was very excited for this movie, and I'm just as I've said before, I'm disappointed. So, you know, great way to start off the channel. I am saying bye, and I'll see you in your video. Bye.